Hello people, it's Toks here from Wateredseed. Welcome to Wateredseed Talks. Now, in light of Father's Day, we're going to be talking about FED today, which is Fathers Empowering Daughters. And I'm going to be inviting my husband on the couch where we're going to have a discussion. So join us. Let's dive in. Okay, so here comes Toks. Yes, he's a Toks as well. Sit down. So usually it's behind the camera editing, and this is his first time on camera, even though he's used to directing and telling me what to do. So let's see how he copes today. So, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Toks. I'm father to 3, and my lovely daughter is the first child.
Okay, so thank you for coming to Wateredseed today. And so today's conversation is going to be very different from how I would usually have my videos. So this is more of a conversation with my husband. And the reason for this conversation is that I have the notion, and this is not for everyone because it might not resonate with everyone. I believe that somehow men take the backseat when it comes to empowering girls. And this does not mean all men fall in the backseat. But I think most men fall in the backseat. And there are reasons for this. I understand that because, I mean, growing up in Lagos, Nigeria, I saw the role of a man or a father as a provider. And that was it. I really didn't see the nurturing side. It didn't mean that there weren't men who were doing that, or perhaps there were loads of men doing that. But from my view, this is what I thought and this is what I saw. So part of our conversation today, and I know that we've had this discussion in this household a couple of times, is what do you think, perhaps if you give us like 4 things that limit men from fully taking that position of empowering their daughters? Because it seems like it's always a mother's role. Somehow we jump into that role. Why do you think so? What are in your head like 3 or 4 things? I don't want to give you numbers that you think. Of course it is.
Okay. Am I the expert now?
No, you're not. We're not experts. Okay. I mean, we're not experts. No, it's a conversation, right. And I think it's just your view.
That was my disclaimer. Okay. I'm not an expert, but I think, yeah, you're right, absolutely.
Your experience.
From my experience, and I think this perhaps is a universal one, is the traditional view of raising a daughter or empowering daughters is the jobs of mums. I think that's a traditional view. One other thing I think is also templates. When I say template, most of us, I'll speak for myself, I didn't particularly grow up with my siblings, i.e. my sisters and brothers, until my latter teens. Joining the family, but the case may be that for my case I didn't have that template as to what it meant for looking after girls, or fathers giving that template to their daughters. Okay. So the experience might be the same for a lot of other people, mainly because I was particularly in a boarding school, so I didn't have that exposure. So not having that template doesn't mean that I'm at a disadvantage, because I've got you and I've got life experiences, and my mum has been fantastic in doing that job, but I just didn't have that template to fall back on. Also time. A lot of us, men and women,
a lot of men though,
a lot of us, as in my case, I do a lot of travelling for work and working away in most cases as a consultant. So a lot of that means that we use that time as not as an excuse, but just probably a valid one. But if you're determined to make it work, you find a way. Absolutely. So I think that's the short version.
Yeah, true.
And also it's about ignorance.
I agree, absolutely.
Also,
and I think it's not ignorance from a point.
Oh, no, sorry.
From a point of
Right.
you don't know, but I also
No.
think that it is a fact that because men don't know what it takes to empower a girl, they don't understand the importance of it. So because it's almost like at the back end of things, if that makes sense. So I do agree with you when you say ignorance, but not from an insulting point of view. It is just from
I'm not calling all men ignorant. No,
absolutely.
Please cut that out.
No, it's not from an ignorant part of you. It's just the fact that when you don't know about something, you don't place an importance in it. So
Yeah.
I do agree with you in regards to that, because empowering a child, and I think we lose the meaning of what it means to empower girls in this, in this phase of time where it's been used so many times, but really it is, how do we make our girls more confident? How do we make them more secure in the things that they want to do? And yes, a mother has their roles, but fathers have the roles too. Yes. And the two have to come together and then make, then make this personality in our children and behaviors in our children where they feel like they can take over the world based on their potential and ability. They can't be great at everything, but it would have to be specific to what they're good at, what they love. And this is where the empowering comes in.
That's right.
And I just grew up not seeing that push from mostly the men. I saw it from the women. So I thought it was a good conversation to have. And generally, if men or fathers wanted to improve that view, from your experience again, what do you say, or what would you say are the 4 things or 5 things or whatever that you think have helped you to then be in that space where you can then empower your daughter in the right sphere?
Right, I'd say the first thing for me is, say, practice what you preach. Okay. How do I do that? And I'm by no means perfect. It's about doing my fair share of within the household, doing that gender equality between my wife and I, okay. Ensuring that it's not even ensuring, it comes natural for me anyway. Washing up, cleaning up the dishes, setting up the table, cooking, wherever I can. And in most cases of the weekend, I will do lots and lots of cooking. And in most cases, I do together with my daughter and my sons. But mainly my daughter is more interested because she's the older one. So I think that it's about gender equality. It's about her learning from my environment that daddy does this, And
then also for the boys as well.
And the boys also see that as well. So yeah. Second thing I would say is about the love, that how we share love and how we show love, and the compassion. Sometimes the children will look away when there's TLCs, or not being afraid to show that. And I think probably because I'm more of am I a hugger?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you just said that on YouTube.
He's a hugger. But anyway, absolutely.
Yeah.
My daughter is a hugger too. So the 2 people that come together, that they tend to express themselves in lots of hug. Now I'm in the middle somehow. I'm not much of a hugger, but I think it's not.
I'm not hugging myself, right?
No, no, that's not what I mean.
Right. Okay.
But anyway, so what he's trying to say, your second point, is that showing love, right? Showing love to your daughter.
Showing love to you.
Oh, to me. Okay, showing love to me, and so that my daughter can see that.
See it, and also showing love to her.
Okay. Did you just steal that point?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, and showing love to her as well. Yeah, absolutely. For her to understand that it's just not you providing; it's you also being in that space of hugging. Okay.
Yeah, that's soft side of me.
Okay.
And where were we? Yeah, I also, one other good point. Not 100% do it, but I do it. But I know you do. Probably, I don't know what percentage, but I do it. Pray together.
Okay.
Pray with my daughter together. Whether it is nighttime settling, if I'm around, or praying over whatever she has concern over. And I think that is quite it's quite powerful for me, in the sense that I can see her grow in a spiritual being.
Yeah, so it's almost like as part of the spiritual part of it, of us generally, and just how we love
belief,
and our belief and how we relate in our home. I mean, for some people out there who do not have that kind of beliefs, or who do not...
Yeah, even bedtime stories together.
Stories.
Space for a 10, 11-year-old. As they start to grow, just that routine. Because sometimes it's the one time where she wants to talk to you about what's gone on in her day. Because sitting around the dinner table, you don't always get a question and answer. How's school today? Fine. That's probably the answer you get. But at bedtime, whether you're praying together or reading together, the natural things come because she then wants to talk to you about everything else. Anyway, and I think to me it's about also the last one I think is important is about the gift of experience. We ask so much of our daughter, and I'm sure everybody out there asks so much of their children, regardless whether boy or girl, is be good, be nice, work hard at school, do your homework, and all of that stuff that we expect of them. So it's having that time together, just my daughter and I, taking her places. That gift of experience that hopefully she will cherish and reflect back as she gets older.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I remember it's that quote, isn't it? It's not about teaching a child to love. It's about making a child experience love. So experience goes a long way between the father and the daughter. So I do see your point when you say building that experience.
Building that experience.
We don't.
And I think. Sorry, did I just cut you short there?
Yes, you did.
The one that just struck me, because I'm just sort of not making this up as I go along, but it's encouraging independence. And I'm big on independence. I'm big on boy, girl, my daughter being independent particularly, because I think they're not ours. They will leave our home and they will become their own individuals. So to me, being independent, encouraging independence is that you can do anything you want. As long as you put your mind to it. Example is ice skating. I was never an ice skater, but I took her ice skating.
And you fell a couple of times.
I fell a couple of times, and roller skating as well. We did all of that together, and she's an expert, and I'm nowhere. Yes. So to me, he's saying that put your mind to something. And it's just helping them to whatever sport. It doesn't have to be sport. It could be anything that you want. But just finding that thing that they can see you being not being mindful of being silly or falling over as a dad. But those are memories. Absolutely. And what encourages them to take over the world.
I think from what you've said, it comes down to the fact that we need to just build a bond, just as how women spend so much time with the kids and they become your friends and you love them. Fathers have to do the same, and it is until our fathers start getting that involved into everything that they start to actually understand that how do I empower my child to be better. So fundamentals for me is relationship, is how we're friends to our kids, how we care for them, and it's not always about what's happened or who did this to you and who said this thing to you that made you so upset. I think we also have to understand that why do our girls feel a certain way, and we need to make them understand, or we need to understand why they feel that way, rather than just saying, oh, why do you have a disagreement in the playground, or why didn't someone play with you in the playground. It is always us to, after listening to that, is also why you feel that way. So we don't want to make this video very long, but we hope that we've been able to answer some questions in regards to just fathers and empowering daughters, and again, just FED really, which is what it means. So
what does FED mean again?
Fathers empowering daughters.
Right, okay. FED. Fathers empowering daughters.
We hope you enjoyed our video and our conversation. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.